Hey everyone, this is Uthris and welcome back to Stonehearth, where we're working on Gwyndale. This is actually going to be the last episode for Gwyndale, sadly. I have been fighting the save here lately, trying to get some structures built and some progress made, but it seems like we have pretty much hit the limit of the current alpha build for Stonehearth in terms of size and what you can do safely. And since this is going to be the final kind of wrapping up episode of Stonehearth, hopefully, you guys enjoy the look at it. You guys can go support the developers if you want. They do weekly blogs and things on what they're working on, so they're very active in development. They're just, it's an alpha game at the moment, and this is just as far as I think we can take it in its current state. I've had a blast playing this game, really. I have sunk a fair amount of time in doing so. It's a lot of fun. The UI, working around that's a little bit of a chore, but beyond that, I'm very pleased with what we've accomplished in Gwyndale here. And so for the final wrapping up, since we have our village kind of center and small road, I also made this kind of cobblestone path into the mine, and also I'll be connecting the road with some cobblestone connections here as well. So there's two buildings left to really build, and there is the large storage barn that's going to be built into the side of the mountain here, and as you can see, I already laid out like the first storage room, because as you can see, we're out of storage space again. This is probably my main concern and annoyance with the game at the moment. It's just how much food is required. Like, to gain a person, I need so much more food than I actually use. It's just a little weird, and I would almost prefer that wouldn't be the case. But anyways, next update, they're going to be trying to fix that. They're coming out with crates, like storage crates, and they basically are like stockpiles that you can move around physically and stack on top of each other. So I think that'll be a pretty cool solution to just the stockpile troubles. But they'll probably be expensive in wood, so it's definitely a late game kind of plan, I would think. But we're going to have this storage barn over here, and then also what I want to do is try and make a small town hall over here and call it done. At that point, we would have a successful village that could survive pretty much indefinitely at this point. We have 18 current population, which is wonderful. Farthest I've ever gone, for sure. It's just the more people you have, the laggier it'll slowly start to get, due to all the processes running in the background as to what they need, idling, what they're building. And man, they're having such trouble building structures at the moment. It's the main reason that the series is probably going to stop. Like, I could put up with the lag and the frame rate drops just fine. That doesn't bother me too much with city building games, because I'm sitting like this most of the time, kind of overwatching and making sure everything is working. But it's mainly the pathing and getting them to do what I want, because this was supposed to be a guard tower, and they've all but abandoned it, which is kind of a shame. I think I know why. If I had to guess, it's that. So they're probably going to need a ladder down here so they can come over here and build their ladder up. If I had to guess, that will hopefully fix that problem. Or they're going to work on it on and off a little bit. Did he even leave enough room for the window? Yes. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and design our barn over here. And this is going to be pretty much a manual structure. Beyond the floor and the walls Well, actually, I don't think it has to be manual because I can get it pretty much flush with this stone if I do it right. So, let's see. I'm going to go with a wooden floor. We're going to go with a dark wood. Kind of this 9x6 area, because this is just going to be the front of the barn. The barn is supposed to be kind of represented as to going underground. So you just have to kind of envision, hey, this is going into the mountain rather than needing a peak roof and everything. So we're going to do that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give it stripes. I'm going to give it some actual floorboards, that vertical floorboards like that. A wonderful stucco front. We'll go with a double wide door if it lines up correctly. In fact, I was a little off in the building measurement, so I'm going to have to start over real quick. So let me just remove this. Remove. And what I'm going to need to do is actually mine out one of these stone pillars to allow this to fit. So we'll just have to kind of do that, I guess. Anyone wanna, get working on that? That'd be great. No? Where y'all going? Let's see what I did. Some other things off camera that I can mention while I'm waiting for everyone to kind of get their tasks in order. I grew some flowers. I've been planting them around the town to kind of just signal, they basically just prettying up the place, making it a little bit easier on the eyes. I have been adding a bunch, not a blunch, that's not a word. In fact, don't try and repeat that because it wouldn't work. A bunch of curtains over windows. I'm actually still in the process of adding them, and as you guys can see, I'm kind of really dropping in frames when I speed up time. So playing on normal speed is pretty much what I am bound to at the moment. I've been trying to make these benches. I'm waiting for 2 more fine park benches to match the red on the opposite side. A lot of the citizens gather here at night, and I think it's a nice gathering square for sure. Our bank, of course, housing all of our gold. This is a new structure that they are still not finishing. I'm trying to get a front facade going, but they're just not having it. They're not having it at all. Did you guys take out? Oh, I think you did. Good job, guys. You actually listened for once. Alright, as I was saying, we're going to go with a nice a nice wood floor. We're going to do the wood beams again, like that. And then let's go with a dark kind of connecting piece, like that. That's kind of cool. Give it its wonderful, or not so wonderful. Is it not gonna let me do a wall? Why? Let's see. Wall? Anywhere? No? Remove. Yeah, we're gonna try and bring it in one more, so it can work at least. So 8x4 front now. Get a nice flush building. Double doors going into the structure. And then also put some windows on here. Like so. Now normally, you would actually, you know, tell it to build the roof at this point. That's why I wasn't adding the wall. It was kind of getting bunched up here. I think that was the issue. But normally, you know, I would do this and click on the roof. In fact, I'm probably going to do that because that doesn't look as bad. I didn't think this was going to work originally because it was flushed up against something. So let's see, I think blue is a good color, kind of match the rest of the storage building. And also I can put a tall window there. So that's essentially all I have to do building wise, which is nice for this underground barn. And then we can just slice away. We can see everything in here being looked at. And then also what we can do is mine out some additional storage rooms. And basically you just modularly kind of add rooms to the amount that you need, therefore you never need another storage structure. I think that's a pretty efficient way to do things. I think it's a little unrealistic, so I don't like to do it. But for the final, you know, kind of shot of the town, the plan is to get rid of all these food. All this food that's just out and about here, I want to put away into storage forever. We are... There's some undead, but they're not really doing anything at the moment, so they'll probably just go away in the daytime. And then while they're working on that structure, what I do want to do is clear out a little spot for our town hall. And this one I think I'll just reveal at the end, kind of wrap up section of the video. Okay, the music is just constantly going to repeat because their pathing is broken or something. So we can get people up the mountainside and hopefully they can deal with it and I won't have to worry about it anymore, which will be pretty nice. Looks like this little tower thing is done for the most part, and what I wanted to do was add some little battlements on here. This is just basically a small guard tower overlooking the lake. Nothing special to see here. Just trying to touch everything up. Thinking there will just be a ladder on the back wall that will make that work. And let's go with a nice wooden floor here. I think I need to place a block down first. Or kind of do this and then erase the bottom parts so it can actually work. It's definitely a little weird, this game. So, I'm pretty sure this is the size that I need. Something like this. And then also, what we can do is put little fence posts. Okay. Engine error. Wonderful. It's okay. It's what I've been dealing with for the past, you know, couple hours. Trying to at least get this video recorded. Trying and get them to build this, all these little bits. Rugged survivalists have stopped by. By the way, we have like 3,300 some gold. We could really just stop production on everything. It'd be fine. Where's our footmen? Have they dealt with everything? Kind of. Looks like there's a zombie stuck on the ladder over here. They'll go ahead and deal with that, it seems. How's our barn coming along? Slow, as always. Tell you what, it's been already about 16 minutes. I'm going to come back once everything's cleaned up and ready to showcase kind of the final pass over of Gwyndale for you guys. And then also I can announce a couple other things, plans for the future of what we're going to do with a series like this. And hopefully you guys like that. Alright everyone, so it seems like I hit pretty much the wall when it comes to bugs. It's a shame too. So I went ahead and designed this giant town hall like structure because I wanted a two-story structure. None of my buildings are 2 stories. It's something that, you know, I think will just set the building apart from everything else, but I just can't get it to work. They don't build on it. They act like it's pretty much not even there. And so basically I'm at the point where I'm just gonna have to abandon it. It's kind of a shame. So let's say remove this building. And as you can see, everyone jumps into gear and starts taking it down, but God forbid they build it. The barn also is running into a bit of a wonderful issue. The way it was hugging the stone wall, it's not really finishing. I pretty much fixed it, though at the moment I've kind of tricked them into trying to work on it. We'll see how well that works. But just one of those, I don't know how well it's going to work. Anyways, beyond those 2 things, this is pretty much the limit that I can do right now. I was hoping for this grand finish, and obviously it just didn't happen. But when it comes to the big announcement, like I said before, I spent a couple of hours trying to work around these bugs, is that the series, I like making the series so much that I'm thinking about getting timber and stone, just because it's essentially kind of the same game. The graphics, in my opinion, are a little worse. It's not like clean, vibrant pixel art. It's more like more traditional looking pixel art, which is fine. I think it's an overall less buggy game, and you can build. I saw a lot more, at least from the screenshots and things that I saw, a lot more like complicated builds and more like completed builds. I haven't seen many people do like a completed, really complicated structure in Stonehearth yet. Then again, I haven't really looked too hard. But if you guys want me to do a series on timber and stone, I can do that. Yeah, I'd be happy to support those developers in their efforts to make a game. And yeah, that's it for Stonehearth. I hope you guys enjoyed the series for now. There'll probably be a season 2 at some point once more bugs are squashed and the game gets developed maybe moves into beta, I'll probably come back to it for sure. Thanks for watching as always. If you guys like the content, feel free to subscribe. Check out my other videos for some video goodness, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.